Good evening, everyone, and welcome. I'm Connie Douglas from Great Stamping with Connie. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada, and I would like to welcome you to the third night of my January through April mini catalog and Sale-a-Bration tour, shall we say, my crafting adventure for this week. So if you were able to join me on Monday and Tuesday evening, we looked at and played with a number of the products from the Sale-a-Bration brochure, all the free things that you can get with any $60 order or any multiple of $60. If you have a $120 order, there are some things that you can choose that are not available just at $60. And if you have $180, then you could choose 3 free items from the $60 level, or you could get one from 120 and one from a 60. Whatever you like, it's your choice. But tonight we're going to shift over somewhat more to the January to April mini catalog. And we will not get through it tonight and tomorrow night. There's way too many things in there. But if you join me for Craft Spot Wednesday afternoons at 4 p.m., I will continue to share things from the mini catalog. And of course, my classes and clubs will be using a lot of the new products over the upcoming months. So my January card class is still open and available. It uses the translucent florals, so it's not something out of the new mini catalog, but it is a newer set, and the designer series paper that we're using is one that was an online exclusive release. So it's something a little different than what you might have seen, but an awesome set. So that is coming up January 24th is the class. The deadline to register is Monday, January 15th. So, and how do you get all the info for that? Join my mailing list. GreatStampingWithConnie.com, and you will see a place there to subscribe. Once you've subscribed to my mailing list, you will get all of my updates. Everything that's going on, you'll know. You'll be the first to know about whatever's happening. Things like the events this week, our online global retreat that is coming up in February, our 5th global retreat that we are doing with the group of international demonstrators. So there is myself from Canada, Terry Hartley from the US, Sarah Bullen from Australia, and Louise Daniels from the UK. So the 4 of us have teamed up again to bring you another awesome 2 days of crafting and sharing and tutorials and make and takes and all sorts of things. So there's that. And then in March, of course, there is my in-person Girls Getaway weekend. So the place to get all of the info is my mailing list. So if you haven't signed up for that, please make sure that you do. Okay, if you are watching say hello. Let me know that you are here. And if you are watching the replay, let me know that you've had a little look at the replay. And I'm trying to find you not even on my page. So that's not going to work well. So let's just see if I can get this all to come together here. Oh, look, it says I'm live. How about that? Okay, and there I am. Alrighty. So what else do we need to chit chat about right now? Suzette is here. Hello, Suzette. Welcome. I am going to put us down to the crafting area so that we can see the things that we want to see. And you just popped in to say hi. Well, hello. Glad you at least stopped by to say hello. So I am back in the Sale-a-Bration catalog for just a moment to show you with a lot of flair this stamp set, Heartfelt Hellos. And you will notice on this page the heartfelt hexagon punch that we have used a few times for some cards this week. It will fit, and it shows it here around the Enjoy Your Day sentiment. It will also fit hello I think it'll fit the love. It'll fit a few of them. But just so you know, yes, see there it is around the below. And it will fit lots of others. It's a really nice size punch. Now that is in, oh, it's not in the annual catalog. No, it's in, might be online. Anyway, if you go to my online store, you can find it. Look for Heartfelt. But it does, oh, probably not. Coordinates. Oh, January to April, page 12. What's in the new catalog? Oh my goodness. I just got it early. That's why I'm confused. So it is in the catalog that we're using, that I'm going to show you some things from tonight. But I thought we might also use some of the sentiments from this. So I just wanted to show you that. While we are here, I will just mention once again the best deal in town. So if you are looking at any of the things that we played with this week, or that we play with tonight or tomorrow night, and you go, oh gosh, I want so many things. I think it's about $117. If you have a wish list that is, even if it's not quite that big, I'm sure you could make it that big. Most of us have wish lists that are quite a bit bigger than that. But join my team. It is the absolute best deal. You get $165 worth of product for just $135. There is no shipping on that. And in many provinces, including Ontario, there is no tax on that. So it is an awesome deal. And right now, during Sale-a-Bration, you can get this glass mat studio, which is worth $82. And so it's a glass mat, and you can you see? Maybe focus. It has grid lines and measurements on it. It has comes with a silicone mat that you can use for holding your Stampin' Spots. You can use it for watercoloring and putting your ink down or whatever you like. It's a silicone mat, so it will hold things in place, non-slip, multi-use. And then you also get this cleaning cloth. So you get those three pieces added to your starter kit for no additional cost. That's $82 value more than the $165 value of products that you've selected. If that is not something you are interested in, there's another option as well. You can choose another $41 worth of product, anything you choose, for free, and add that to your starter kit. So it is an awesome deal. And you get to be part of the great Stampin' Believers team. We have a number of people on our team, and we love to hang out together and craft together, inspire each other, share what we're doing and things that we've made, and it's just a great place to be. Hello, Jen, welcome. And if you are watching this on replay or joining me later, Suzette and Jen are both part of the great Stampin' Believers team. So I'm so happy to have them along on this crafting adventure. Okay, let's see if I can find the catalog that seems to have gone missing completely. Where did I put it? Oh my goodness. One moment. Okay. I do not know what I did with my catalog. I didn't see it. However, I do have a few of them around. So that's a little odd. I don't know where it went. But look, I have more. So this is 83 pages plus the back cover. So as I said, we will not get through all of the marvelous things in here, but I did want to share a few things with you, starting in no particular place, but perhaps here. And I don't know that I need to show you all this in the catalog. It's probably just going to confuse things. I'm going to set this aside and show you the perennial postage. dies. So I've got one out here. She doesn't have. Look at all these dies. There are 11, 12. 12 dies in the set, including, check this out. Like, this is like a full card, probably. I should get out a card base and see. Is that kind of looks like it would just about cover the front of your card. Yes, just a beautiful little border would be left. So wouldn't that be a great first layer? I do not have my regular size cut and emboss machine back here, so I'll have to show you that one another time, but that would be lovely. But look at all these great layers. There are rectangles, so there's two that are sort of full card front size. So you've got two for layering there. And then there are two that are square that you could use for layering. And then there's four here that you could layer. These are rectangles. And then there's this little ticket kind of guy that would just make a fun sentiment shape as well. And then you've got some of the little tabs and a little postage thing, since it is called perennial postage. These are postage stamps, I guess, kind of, sort of, or inspired by at least. Okay, so I'm just going to drop those down there, but I think that we will play with some of these tonight. And the stamp set that goes with that die set is this one, perennial postage. So this is all just sentiments, but some beautiful sentiments. Sending love and best wishes. You mean the world to me. Can't thank you enough. Look, big hugs. How many times do we say that? Sending you big hugs, sending you hugs. So lots of things here that you use. You are simply marvelous. Send that to one of your girlfriends and make her day. Okay, and then the other thing that I was going to play with is this one, Notes of Nature. Now, this is part of a bundle as well. There are dies that go with it, but I've pulled this out tonight to use some of the stamps. Look, dots. If you know me, you know I love my dots for backgrounds, just because they add something fun. So anyway, yes, but today is all about you. Happy birthday. Oh, I love it. So I thought we would play with this one a little bit. As soon as I find where I've put everything. Okay, paper. We have paper. And now I haven't pulled out a ton of cardstock tonight. I don't know. I have some scraps on my desk. I did leave here. That when I was cleaning up, I found some and I thought, I am just going to leave those kind of handy because the other night I was scrambling for paper. So I do have some of those, but I don't have a whole lot. But one of the color combinations that somebody mentioned, or I was looking at something and I thought it was wonderful, was Pebbled Path and Lost Lagoon. So we're going to start by playing with Pebbled Path and Lost Lagoon. So I'm just going to cut this down to about 2 inches, which is more than big enough for my die. And then I am going to, I don't know now whether I want Pebbled Path or Lost Lagoon, but let's go with Pebbled Path, at least to start. And we will stamp. Said I was going to use this, didn't I? Okay, so both of those will fit into here. Let's do one of each. Hello. Enjoy your day. And maybe we'll do one in Lost Lagoon, and then I don't have to figure out which one should be where. Okay? Okay. I don't think it matters. We'll just start with this one. So I am just going to stamp right in the middle. I could die cut this before I stamp, but if you think you're going to stamp crooked, it's always a great idea to stamp first, and then you can tilt your die so that you get it cut straight, even if you didn't stamp quite straight. So we'll do this one in Lost Lagoon. And then we will just play and see where we go, see what happens, see what we get. Oh, that was not a good stamp. Okay, pay attention. Now I've got too much ink on here because I just gave that a big push, but hopefully we won't get shadows. We'll see. All right, that's better. Sometimes, and I don't even know that I've used that stamp yet. So when the stamps come new, sometimes they have a little bit of oil or coating of some description on them from the manufacturing process. And so if you have a Stampin' Scrub, and this is my old Stampin' Scrub, you'll notice that it's apparently not hinged anymore. It is in two pieces. But these little fuzzy guys, they just really help to rub it off if there's anything still on the stamp. The Stampin' Chamois is awesome. It's handy. It's quick and all the rest of it. But the Stampin' Scrub still is the one that you want if you're trying to get any of that residue off your stamps. Works really well. Okay, so I am just going to put this in here. And then I'm going to put my die around it. I wonder if I could. I think everything else is too small or too big. I have to do it on 2 run-throughs. If I had another die that was an appropriate size and left enough space and 8 million things, I could have run them both together. But clearly, I didn't do that. So we'll just bounce you around a bit. So there's my hello. Don't. Okay. So that should be good for a moment. Aside. And somewhere over here, I think. Okay. So I actually I brought my card base bucket tonight. And I noticed I have a whole bunch of Lost Lagoon card bases that are scored and never got cut. It's probably some project that I was going to do, some class, something, and never did. And so they're scored and they're just sitting in there waiting to get cut and turned into card bases. So tonight's their night. Okay. And then if we want some public talk. Now, I was one of my other aborted missions on what to do. I had learned some public path through the Softly Sophisticated embossing folder that we used yesterday. And then I changed direction and changed colors. So now I have this sitting here. So for that, we can put a piece of embossed paper on. And I do have plain print stuff as well. But maybe we'll use up pieces that we have sitting here. That will go on there. And then what do we want? Oh, maybe some stamping. Some of this Or what else do we have in here? Maybe, maybe this little leafy guy. I really like him. Oh, and maybe a few dots. Or grids. Look at this. I love this too. This, can you see that? Just a background texture that you can stamp right over top. So you could do it in a light color, or you could stamp off, or all sorts of things. And it would just be lovely. So what do I want to do for sizing on here? Maybe something a little, this this might be kind of good just as a background piece, and then put the hello over it. This would go like this. This would go here. Field notes, hello. Okay, let's just do something, shall we? This piece is 3 1/4 by 5 1/2. So I am going to cut this one. Perhaps, how wide is this? This is just, it would fit on a piece that's 2 inches, but it would be enough. So let's go 2 1/4. And it needs to be at least, needs to be 3 inches. So let's go 3 1/4. How's that? See how I make decisions sometimes? It's very scientific. Very scientific. And if it doesn't work well, yeah, we just start over. Okay, now color. Do we want a different color? Do we want one of these? We want one of these, perhaps. Maybe Lost Lagoon. Yeah. Now this stamp is going to look like it has some residue of some sort on the rubber that we want to clean off, except it doesn't, because that's the stamp. So be warned. It's not going to be a solid look to this image. There we go, because I think it's supposed to look like sort of old worn notes. The whole stamps, and if you look, there's, like this has is sort of spotty as well. Okay. Oh, let me just clean this stamp off so that I don't do anything not so good with it. Okay. Now let's see what we think here. So put that on, and then we have this piece. And where did my hello go? Hello, where are you? I've lost you. How could I lose it? I just said, oh, there we go. I'll put these out here a little bit closer so I don't lose them. Okay. And we can just put this right down about here, so that we can see a little bit more of that. What do we think? It's kind of a quick and cute, but yeah, just hello, just stopping by, saying hello, all that good stuff. Okay, let's do it. Using liquid glue on here because this is embossed, so I want to make sure I get adhesive squishing into the ridges. Tape runner is only going to hit your high spots, so that's why I like to use liquid glue if it's embossed. Nope. We're giving a nice back rub. The reason I turn it over is because I have used liquid glue which we know gives us that moment to just sort of slide things around into place if we need to. But if you're rubbing it this way from the front, you may in fact slide it around. So always a good idea just to flip it over and rub it from the back. Okay. I'm going to pop this piece up with dimensionals. Give it a little bit of texture, extra texture, and put it up a little bit more towards the top than the bottom. Okay. And then this piece, I'm going to put dimensionals on it, but not in this corner. Okay, so we want this corner flat because this is already popped up and we don't want it to be uneven. So this is my popped up corner. So we can do the others. Just put the dimensional on piece of cardstock, not dangling over the edge. And then I'm just going to put a tiny bit of liquid glue on here just to hold it in place on this part. Probably not necessary, but for this part, sometimes it is, depending how much you've got hanging over and the shape of your piece and some of those sorts of things. But never a bad idea just to add a little bit of glue to the part that is going to touch on. There we go. And then I think we will finish up. Look, use some of these. These are the 23 to 25 in color dots. In so, okay. Now there's 3 sizes of these. So I think I'm going to go with the middle. These are the ones that are so, they are so sticky. They don't come off of the sheet with just the putty very easily. And this one's not even wanting to come off with pick. Okay. Drop them down there. How about these little ones? They're a bit easier to. Okay, so there we go. Quick, easy. Hello, Lorna. Oh, never mind being late. It's all good. I'm so happy you could join us. I suspect it's been a busy day. I think many of yours are. A bit of adhesive on here again. I don't want things sticking to it, so I'm going to rub that off. Okay, now I need some more stuff so we can turn this one into, that does not look, oh, okay, wait a minute. No, no, this was the one. I guess it's okay. I was thinking it didn't look straight. But it's pretty good. Good enough. I think it'll work. Okay, so for this one, maybe we'll use some of this background stuff. I've lost that purpose already. Okay, so here's the other of them. And then we will do some of this or some of this. Oh, I love my dots. Okay, we're going to do the dots. Decision made. So to do that, I am going to grab a piece of scrap paper and put it under here just in case I go over the edges. Get out my Lost Lagoon ink. And we're just going to do tone on tone stamp randomly all over. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do for layers, so I'm not sure how much of this I'm going to cover up. So we'll do this everywhere. and then it should be okay. I didn't mess that. What do we think? Just a tiny bit in the corner. There we go. And then we're going to cover it all up. Okay, we're not going to cover all. We do for this. Maybe we should use this guy. So enjoy. This is actually almost as big as that. I wonder if that will look odd. I don't think the smaller die will fit this sentiment. Like fit the hello. It would fit the hello. Yeah, it does not really fit enjoy. If we do it a little smaller, I'm just thinking this might look okay. Let's continue. And hello with the smaller die will be our backup plan if we need it. I think what I want to do is cut this. I'm going to take the part off that needs the die cut, and then I don't think I need all of this. So I need about do it on my grid. Just easier to see this way. So that's about 2 inches. So I need this 2 1/4. Didn't actually measure. Okay. So we will do that. And I think we'll do this in the Lost Lagoon. Move this out of the way. Yeah. And this guy. Right. Okay, that's just really hard to see. That's very white paper and very white cardstock. And I have no orientation for where the edges are. Part of the problem, here's a little tip. This is just not a good way to stamp. So when you have when everything's very similar size, so this stamp is about the size of the block, and I'm stamping it on a piece of paper that is about the size of the block. It's really difficult to see your edges. So if you go up to a bigger block, now I can see the edges of my paper through the block, and it's much easier to stamp. So there's tonight's tidbit for you. There we go. Ooh, that's very good. Now, if you want to just add a little more color to that, we'll give that a go. Just see how we do with it. The other night we pulled out the blender pens. Oh, I put them away. Okay. And I suggested that every good craft staff should have 1 package of blender pens, because then you have 6 ends that you can use. So now I'm going to take this. I'm not going to put anything on it. The other night we picked up some green ink so that we could fill in a gap that we missed. But I am just going to take this and kind of color over where I was. This one seems rather dry. And it's not doing what I was hoping it would do. So we will move over to a different one. And again, it is very subtle. There's not a lot of ink. If you have a little more ink in some of your, like a little wider stamping, you get it bit more, but it just adds the smallest amount of color in here so that it's not plain white. Sort of softens the look of the stamping and blends it a tiny bit. I don't know whether you'll be able to really see it or not. Really hard to tell. If you look kind of in this area, you see a little bit of a gray streak. There, it is very subtle, but it does just blend the color ever so slightly. And if you do it with a stamp that is a little thicker lined, you'll have more ink to share. And if you want even more ink, then you could, we could pick up some from this. So if I wanted to add a little bit more, put some ink onto my block there. And then come back with my blender pen and pick this up. Now I just want to be careful that I don't pick up too much because I want this to be quite light. So I'm going very light-handed. Oh, yes. I may have messed this up. I've totally made it gray. Totally colored it. So now I sort of think we need to color all of them in, but that was not really my intention. I made stamps. We'll see how it goes here. See what we think as we get it done. You see, when you come along on my crafting adventure, you get the good and the bad. I had an idea, it didn't really work. But you never know unless you try, right? So we have to try these things. I should have left it just super subtle. No, I suppose it's not horrible. It's not what I was envisioning. It might get used on something, but I don't know that it's going to get used on this part. I'm going to cut another piece of paper and start that one over again. Once you're finished with this on your block, you can just run it under water, or if you're not near a tap, you can just wipe it with a piece of paper towel, and then it will be clean. Okay, cardstock, and this was, I believe, 2 by 2 1/4. Yes. I'm going to try that again. You know what? I'm going to leave this on my desk, and the more I leave it here, the more I think it looks okay. But anyway, we will see. Won't use it on this card, but tomorrow we can find a hole. As I will look at it and go, oh, no, that's fine. You ever do that? If you have something that you've been working on, and, oh, this card, I don't know what to do with it. It's all wrong. I don't like it. The best thing to do is just set it aside, walk away, step away from the mess. Leave it on your desk overnight and come back in the morning. And what I find so many times in the morning is either I look at it and go, oh, no, I like the look of that. That's just fine the way it is. Or I look at it and go, oh, you know what? I know exactly what that needs. That just needs a little bit of, whatever, a little bit more bling or a little bit more color. If I haven't put it together, maybe it needs an extra layer, one less layer, something. But something will come to you because your brain has been pondering it overnight while you were sleeping. Hopefully sleeping, not staying awake to ponder it. And then you come back in the morning. There's your solution right there. Okay, so I'm going to stop there this time. It's just the barest hint of color. So it almost looks just like it was stamped, but it's just a little bit of white. So we'll go with that. And then I think we want a pebbled path layer on there. So got some pebbled path cardstock, and I am going to cut that standard layer size. So that was 2 by 2 1/4. So I'm going to cut this 2 1/4 by 2 1/2. Right. There we go. And then we have just a standard card layer. What do we think? You know, the more I look at that, it's going to be okay. By tomorrow, I'll be in love with it. This on here. Don't. So now it's a little bit bigger. It's definitely bigger than the sentiment. And let's see. What about something like this? Oh, maybe we want them both. Okay. And the big enjoy your day in the middle. No, maybe not. Okay. Just going to keep it super easy, super fun. I might try hello with the smaller die, just so we can compare. Just because it will even fit here. Where is my hello? This. Stamp this in Lost Lagoon, right in the middle here. Don't. So if you ever wondered, you know, what goes on in my brain, these things sort of show you live on camera. Yeah. Was in a leaders meeting today and got talking about the create process and you know, if you're having trouble creating, what do you do and stuff. And you know, people were trying, well, I go to Pinterest and sketch, and I said, yeah, you know, I haven't quite figured it all out. So often I am creating on the fly. And so I just sort of do, and then I do first, judge later. I was like, oh, did that work? Yeah, it was okay. Did that? Oh no. And that's why sometimes too, when you're on here, you seem to get super excited about something because it's like, oh my gosh, look at that. That turned out so well, and it's not something I was necessarily expecting. It just kind of happened, but you know, all in good crafting fun. So what can I say? Okay, that down there. Now this almost looks a little bit tight, doesn't it? Oh, I think, yeah. Mm. Now the other thing that we could do, bring the die cutting machine back up. Let's look this over here. We could make a frame, right? Because we have all those different sizes and layers of these dies. So the beauty of that is that you can just go up one size and make a layer. So let's try that. And we could always cut it as well, as we do sometimes. Or we could try a whole different shape behind it. So lots and lots of options here. Let's get this out of the way. Extend. So if I put this on here, then we could do something, oh, maybe even something like that. See, then you drop the piece, it goes on an angle. It's like, oh, I like that. What do we think about this? Oh no, not positive about those double postage stamps for labels. It's a little different look than some of our other dies, but we have this heartfelt hexagon going on. Let's what would this look like? That could kind of work. I think I like that. Okay. Now, Lorna, you said nice. Do you like the doubles? Or on here? Or the angle? I'm not sure what you were saying was nice. Or do we go back to the larger one? To me, these sizes are too similar. That's sort of my problem with that one. Like the two sizes of postage stamp. Okay. So this. Like that. Okay. Let's do it. Because Lorna has good taste. Lorna makes awesome cards and she makes lots of cards. So we'll just go with this. See, that's the other way you can get creative. When in doubt, ask your friends, right? There we go. And definitely gonna put this guy onto dimensional. I don't know about the other one. We could do them on dimensionals, or we could do them flat. We will see in a moment what we think. Gosh, 10 to 8 already. Good grief. Where does the time go? Okay, there. I think this should be popped up too, because there's not a whole lot going on in this part. You know what? I wish I had a few more dots right there. So I am going to go back to my dot stamp, but I don't want to add too many. So I might have to do a little bit of masking, but because I want to just add a few more dots in here. So let me just see. I want them here, but probably not there. That might just sort of just fills that in a little bit, and that'll dry in a moment and be the thing. Okay. Then put some else onto this guy. And, oh, and I think we're going to go with the angle. I think that's kind of something, just a little bit different. I think it works. Just to be different. Okay. And then some gems. Maybe the same ones, eh? Use these same ones. I'm all out of the small size, but that's okay. We will throw some of the bigger ones right out here. Let's not come off easily. Right first. Here. Sure. Okay. Oh, More sticky stuff. Okay, time for a new piece of paper. I must remember to change this paper after tonight. So there we go. There's two of those using the Notes of Nature and the stamp set from Sale-a-Bration that is called Heartfelt Hello. So what do we think about this? Can you tell? Think maybe? Do you think he deserves a home? Should he go on a card? Okay. What else did I have for tonight? It's almost 8 o'clock, so we probably need to think about wrapping up. Look, I showed you this perennial postage set that goes with those dies that we were using, and then we didn't even use it. And I talked about that today is all about you. Happy birthday. And we didn't use that either. You know, plans. It's all about the planning, right? It looks very classy. Oh, okay. Well, then it shall have a home on a card. Thanks, Lorna. Looking for what size split we want to stamp this on. See if we can throw something together. Quick one, Bonnie. Maybe. I lost it. Where's my flirty flamingo? Hold up. Oh, hard to see. For lemon balm. Okay, we'll just stick with the flirty flamingo. Try this on here. Or I maybe did want the one that's a little bit more. But we'll do this here for now. Okay. Today is all about you. Happy birthday. Here we go. This is Flirty Flamingo. Okay. And I think we will put some Flirty Flamingo accents here. Let me see if I have a double path card base. Don't know if I do. Could you last lagoon? Because I have several of these. Kind of almost ready to go, just need to be cut. Okay. And then we will do 30 flamingos. Okay, I did. Okay, so I'm going to cut, I better move these out of the way for a moment or two. Going to cut this with a wide border, I think. So we will go to 5, 5 by 3 3/4. And that will give us a wide border on our card base. And look, now we can throw this and do a little bit of this guy. Look, everybody's getting used now. We're not forgetting about anyone. We're using you all. Oh, many. Where did my go? And my flamingo. Now I think I want this fairly subtle. So I am actually going to stamp on. I don't think it's really dark, but let's not take the chance. We're just going to make it really subtle. Okay, so it is very subtle. did not press the whole stamp. I was just, I don't know if you noticed, I was just pressing top and bottom, like with my hands. So it's not even stamped everywhere. So just the smallest bits of ink on some of those pages. And then, so we're going to put that on this case. Put that on there. And then we need a pebbled on. Where did my paper? What did I use it? I used it all for that, didn't I? So we will cut another. Oh, I punched it. Yes, I did use it. Okay. And this is 2 by 2, right? Yes, 2 by 1/4. We will do standard frame. So 2 1/4. 2 1/2. This there. There we go. Now, this one may end up tilted as well. Who knows? Let's start straight. And that, and where did our sentiment go? Okay. So, going to cut this there, and a little bit of a trim on this end. Okay, did I get anything resembling a standard measurement? Oh, this would be 3 inches. Okay. So very tiny border I'm taking off here. It's going to work real well. Get out your scissors or use your guillotine little guide. When it's very narrow, the trimmer, it doesn't always get these little bits too well. So the guillotine is better. Okay, now, and 1. So 3 by 1. And let's maybe Las Lagoon. Maybe both, maybe narrow with this. So what did I say? 3 by 1. Okay, so I'm going to use the guillotine for this, and I am going to cut this at 3 1/8, and 1 1/8. So that we have just a very narrow border on there, and then we'll do regular. So now we need to cut this funny. So 1 1/8 plus, so 1 3/8, and 3 3/8. That will give it our standard size border. Let's see how it goes together. Okay, so look, we're going to get all the colors in. Nobody's left out. Now, I am using liquid glue on this one because it is a very narrow border, and I may need to slide it into its final position. And the liquid glue gives you just a moment to do that. There we go. Flipping it over, pressing from the back so that I don't move it. And then, now do we want this popped up? We'll pop this up on there, right? Just for a little different look. Look, we're going past 8 o'clock again. I'm sorry. Taking longer again tonight. Don't. We'll put this right onto here. Go. And then we'll put this in the center. You know what? Maybe this should be a little bit on an angle again, eh? Do we think? It's a crooked kind of night on purpose. Okay, I'm going to put this down. Do we like this? I'm not positive. I think it might be better than plain. Yeah, I think I like it better than plain. Oh, it's really different. Top or bottom, left or right. Sometimes just the way you stamp it looks, you will think that it looks better one way or another. You like the 3 colors? Oh, thanks, Lorna. Good. I had also pulled out another combination that I will just show you quickly here that I thought would work, and we just did not get there, and I won't do it tonight. But you may see sometime soon because I kind of like this. So this is Pebble Path Lemon Lolly and Lost Lagoon, and I quite like that as well. So if you like that, let me know, and maybe we'll do that one of these times. Now let's just play with this for a moment, shall we? Over top in the middle on an angle. Over top. That could work. That's a little bit interesting. I have these on it. I don't really like all this because it looks too much like too many layers. Almost. I like this. I'm thinking this on an angle. And then that could go straight. You can never go wrong with lemon lolly. Yes, you know, it's such a pretty yellow, isn't it, Lorna? I agree. I agree. I don't think you can go wrong with it. Um, it's one of those happy colors, right? Bright lemony yellow. Okay, now this already had dimensionals on this underneath the pebble path, so I'm just putting this one down flat here. But I think that I might pop this one up. Touch, just kiss it lightly. There we go. And we might as well finish the night with the same gems, eh? But then I'm gonna have one left on the sheet, but I have 2 of these. Just, you know, just to be different. There we go. Okay. So that's what we ended up with tonight. Three different cards, similar sort of themes, just a few colors, and you know, some help from you guys to figure out what to do and where to do it. Okay, where is this? There we go. Okay, so that's what I have for you this evening. I will be back one more night, tomorrow night, and I hopefully will have a few more new things to share with you. No, I will. I will make it happen. I actually don't have to work tomorrow. My shift got called off because attendance is kind of down at Blue right now. So good and bad. Good, uh, good because I don't have to work tomorrow. Bad because that's not really a good thing for employment. But I am going to do some training in the morning, so I won't have the whole day in the craft studio, but I will have a little more time than I expected in the studio. So that's a good thing. Yay! And I have some more new toys to play with. So hopefully I will have a few things ready to share with you tomorrow. And I look forward to seeing you again and crafting together. Thank you so much for hanging out. I always have a great time, and I really hope you do too. Take care, everyone. We'll see you all again really soon. Bye-bye.